Welcome. This is US Stocks Day Trading, the best Elliott wave analysis, episode number 4. So today I want to take a look at the US stocks, which turned from a bullish wave count to a bearish wave count. So I want to talk about US stocks. I will talk mainly about the S&P, and I will take a look at some stocks like Apple and Tesla and quickly Amazon. So I'll do that today. First, I have to show you, as always, my disclaimer. Now you should see my disclaimer, and below it is my risk warning. Okay, so here's my risk warning, and above it, my disclaimer. And I'm going to talk about my services. So I'll offer live Elliott wave updates, mainly. That's the main part of my service. And you will receive 1 to 3 updates on Bitcoin a day. And you will receive 1 update on the S&P and 1 update on gold. I do the most updates on Bitcoin because it is the most demanding market. And I do a little less on gold and the S&P because it moves less. So 1 update for gold and 1 update for stocks is enough to follow that market. So you will receive that for 20 USD a month. And your means of payment are either crypto or PayPal. And now I want to tell you what you should do. So you should be a member. If trading and investing is important to you, you should be a member of my private group. And you should directly pay for at least 1 year in advance. Once you have that, you will get 2 indicators. You will get Elliott waves on Bitcoin, stocks, and gold, and you will get Ichimoku for entry points, exit points, and trading stop points. And once you have those 2 indicators and you start with time, it takes time because they are quite complicated, especially if you're new to it. But once you understand, you start understanding those indicators, you will then have to learn how to use them. And that's something which is complicated. I myself, I'm still learning how to use them. I will talk to you about a new thing that I'm doing and that I did not do in the past and that I think will be profitable for me. But it's what counts is the way of using Ichimoku. I have my strategy, which is a combination of Elliott wave and Ichimoku. That's my strategy. You can have your own. You don't have to use Ichimoku. You can have your own strategy, but it must be a clear strategy. And once you have it, why not talk about it? And there comes a help text in it, and a help desk in it, and you can talk about your strategy. You can say why you take a long position or a short position, and how you use the indicators you get for 20 USD a month. 20 USD a month is nothing. I give it to you for free. It's nothing. I should charge 10 times even more than that amount every month for the service I'm providing you. It's free. I'm doing it because it's my job. Anyways, I label the charts, so why not share it with you? And in exchange, you make the small payment for me. But once you have that, you have to learn how to use it. And that takes time. You won't be able to use it in 3 hours or in 5 days or in even 5 weeks. It takes time. You have to study it. You have to understand it. You have to elaborate your own strategy on how to use the indicator. It's just probabilities, but I give you high probabilities. Okay, what do you do with those high probabilities? What trades do you take? What trades you don't take, and why? That's the whole game. That's what you're doing. You're starting to learn how to live with probabilities. And if you are really clever, you don't just pay the 20 USD a month for being a member of my private group. you go beyond that. If you're really interested in trading, here's what it is next step. You ask for a mentorship. So I will give you a huge discount just because you are a private client of mine. I will give you a huge discount on one-on-one coaching. And we can chattel like for intervention for 2022. You will get a huge discount. My fee is normally $250 an hour, but I will give you, if you ask for it, I will give you a huge discount because you are a member of my private Telegram group. For now, I can do it, so I will offer you a huge discount. And you ask to have a talk with me every 2 or 3 months. And every 2 or 3 months, I meet you and we discuss your trading. We discuss what you did, we discuss why you did it, we discuss how you did it, and what your results are, and how you can learn from them, and how you can become better. And you do that during the next 12 months. Okay. And after those 12 months, you either come to the conclusion that trading is way too difficult for you, and there's no chance that you will ever make it, and then you stop, or you start understanding how it works. You start seeing from time to time some good results, and you tell yourself, if I can go on the right track, I will be able to become a constantly profitable trader. Okay, and that's a journey. It's the hardest job on earth. You won't master trading in 5 seconds. Here's what you should not do. I went to the pharmacy the other day, and one ex-neighbor of me stopped me and said, "Hi, how is it going? And what are cryptos doing? I hear they dropped a lot." So I've told him it should be only a correction. And he said, "You know, my brother is trading and he lost 30K. So he lost 30K. And he said, he told me he was shorting Bitcoin, but Bitcoin went up and he lost 30K. That is exactly what you should not do. Gamble your money away." That guy gave the person my YouTube channel, and I'm sure he took a brief look at it and then dismissed it. Okay. If I meet him and I ask him what the Ichimoku indicator is, I'm sure he's clueless. If I talk about Elliott wave, I'm sure he knows nothing about Elliott wave. And I think he did not spend more than 5 minutes on my channel. Okay. But he loses 30K in less than 1 week, probably in 2 days. That is exactly what you should not do. Okay. People want to think that trading is easy money, and they want to gamble around. They don't want to learn anything. They don't want to work. They just want to gamble around. Okay. I've heard about a guy who was betting on the result of Tesla. Today I'm going to talk about Tesla. So he was betting on the result of Tesla, and he said, and he betted on the earnings result of Tesla's using option, and he managed to get 100K because his real estate went up, and he took a mortgage on the price increase of his real estate for like 100K. He placed all, he did make a bet on the earnings of Tesla. His bet was wrong. He lost 100K. Exactly the definition of what you should not do. Trading is a hard job. It's real. It is. If you make money in the markets, you deserve it. Okay. It's not something you get by luck, and it's not something that is easy. Okay. You have to use your brain, and more than using your brain, you must be able to manage your emotions. And I guarantee you, it's hard. For example, why do I talk recently more about stocks and gold than I talk about Bitcoin? I love Bitcoin to the death. I'm a Bitcoin maximalist. But why do I talk more about stocks and gold? Simply because my position in stock and gold are smaller. Okay. And it matters less to me what stock and golds do. So it is easier for me to talk about stocks and golds because it is just something I do on the side. Right now, my positions aren't huge, neither in stocks, neither in gold. So it's easier for me to talk about it. It's a little harder for me to talk about something where I have skin in the game, not just a little skin in the game, but a lot of skin in the game. Then it gets more hard to talk about it. Why I'm telling you that? Simply because it's a hard business. It's not easy, you know, it's not easy. Yes, it's easy to talk about a trade you did 5 years ago and that went very well. That's easy, but it's very hard to talk about a trade that you just took, okay? And that and on which you can lose or make money in the coming hours, in the coming days that follow your entry. It's very hard to talk about it, okay? So I'm telling you that because I get a little frustrated about all the people who think it's fun. It's fun. And look, this is exactly what my neighbor told me. He told me, my brother is only having fun. He's only doing it for fun. That's, you never should be in the market for fun. It's not, there's nothing funny about it. Price go up or go down, that's not funny. You make money or you lose money, that's not funny, okay? I don't know what you think. It's not a casino. It's not supposed to be a casino. Yes, you can use it as a casino, but even then, you should make an educated guess. Even if you want to use it and you want to play 100K on a color. I think in the casino, on the roulette table, it's black and red, I think. I have no idea, I never played and I never will. It's totally stupid to do that because you cannot have an edge and you will lose all your money on the long run. It's impossible to make more money than you lose on the long run. Okay, the casino is designed for you to get broke and you only can get broke. That's the only outcome possible in a casino. Okay, statistically, nothing else is possible. In the market, it's not like this. You can have an edge. You can know what you do. You can use probabilities. And if you're good at it, you make a lot of money, a lot of money. The day I'm really good at trading, now it's not the case, but the day I will be very good at trading, I will be able to take 20K and transform them into 80 millions. And I don't need a long period of time to do it. I can make it in 5 years, maybe in 6 months, maybe in 2 years. But between 6 months and 5 years, I can take 20K and transform them into 80 millions. And I do it and can do it over and over and over again. The day I am a super trader. I'm not right now, but I'm working on it. Okay, so who knows? Maybe I make it, maybe I don't. But the idea is it's hard work. It's not something you should do to play around. If you play around, the result will be exactly the same as the guy who played on earnings on Tesla and used 100K, or my neighbor who thought it's also funny to play around in the markets and lose 30K in probably 2 days. Okay, and that's a lot of money for him. I think he worked an entire years. That's his income over an entire year. If he doesn't spend $1, that's probably his income of an entire year. So it's frustrating for me to see how naive people are and that most of them don't take it serious. So again, you should be serious about it. You should be a member, one of my private clients. You should receive the live updates on BTC, gold, and stocks. You should learn slowly to understand the indicator, how to use it, and then you should be able to use a strategy and implement that strategy. And it's so hard that you should not do it on your own, but you should ask for help. So you should reach out to me and ask me for a mentorship. So normally it's, oh my God. I hate it when the internet cannot move a page normally. I hate it when my brain works much faster than the computer can work. I hate that. I hate that because I'm losing so much time and effort with me knowing what I want to do, and it takes so much time to implement it on the web page. It's the same thing with trading. I know exactly where my stop loss is, and it's complicated to put in it and have to wait for the confirmation when my brain takes a second to figure it out. Anyways, so you should ask for a mentorship and schedule with me a couple of appointments so that we can talk and see what you're doing and how you're doing and what the results are. It's extremely difficult and you should take it serious. And it's the same thing if you want to be a day trader, or if you want to be a swing trader, or if you want only to be an investor. It's always hard. It's always hard, and you should be try to put the probabilities on your side and being able to make the difference, to be part of the 1% who makes money instead of the 99% of people in the market who lose money. Now, that being said, that's enough for my advertisement and me telling you what you should do. Anyways, nobody will listen, as always, and I don't care. I really don't care. Do whatever you want. Gamble it all on earnings or Tesla or any other thing. Go with Dogecoin. Have fun. Get broke and be happy. It has nothing to do with me. If you don't want to listen and if you want to play around, if you think it's a big casino, use it as a big casino. You will last 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, and it's over. Okay, I can guarantee you that. The outcome is certain. You will lose everything. I can guarantee you that. If you don't take it serious and you don't work on yourself and you don't want to put the effort into trying to understand it and master the markets, if you don't want to put the effort in it, you will lose everything again and again and again. Okay, treat it as a casino and it will treat you back as a casino. And at the casino, make sure that you always get broke. Always. On the long run, you always lose your money. I can guarantee you that. I know gamblers which have a pathology of gambling. They cannot stop gambling. And they lose all the money all the time. Not just their money, but the money from everybody they meet. Okay, they lose it over and over again, and they never make money. Never. It does not matter how much millions they spend in a casino. The result is always the same. They are broke, and it doesn't take a lot of days until they get broke. It happens very, very fast, and they never learn from their mistakes. Now, that's enough for me trying to tell you what you should do and what you should not do. It's not my problem. Do whatever you want. Have fun as much as you want, but you won't laugh long. I can guarantee you that. If you don't put the effort in it, you won't laugh long. I can guarantee you that. Look, if I look back when I started trading, most of the traders that were around at that time, those gurus, the guys you all watched and loved, they are all gone. I never hear talk about them again. They never post any more videos. They're all gone. Why? Because they went broke. They couldn't pay their bills. They couldn't even put the electricity on the computer. It's over. Okay, and that's great. It's great. It's better for humanity when losers get out of the game. Okay, I'm tired of all those losers pretending to know everything. I know nothing about the markets. I use 2 indicators and try to live with probabilities, but I know nothing about the market. Okay, and I don't pretend knowing it. I only give you probabilities. You learn how to live with probabilities or you disappear. I can guarantee you that. There's no other possibility. And it's hard work. Now, that being said, let me ask you to like and comment. So now you can tell me all as much as you hate me, because there are also hate comments. So you can tell me as much as you hate me, as much as I don't know anything, and as much as you are the most brilliant analyst that humanity has ever seen and will ever see. You can tell me that in the comments. I will read it with a lot of pleasure. Now, being serious, like it and leave me a nice comment. I appreciate reading nice comments, especially when they're nice. And now let's talk about the S&P, since that's why you clicked on this video, and not for me telling you what you should do, since you certainly won't do it. Okay, so the S&P broke down, and now I'll start quickly with the Ichimoku chart on the S&P. So I think right now, all the indicators are bearish. So we have a red Kumo ahead, which is something we need. We did break out of the Kumo, out of the cloud, which is also something we need. The future Kumo is red, as I just told you. Chico is free to move lower, is clear of price. And the Tenken and the Kichuin are in the right order, and the price is below it. So everything is giving you a short position, but that was not always the case. I think it only happened on this candle. So you should have put below 4,337.56, you should have put your entry point, because that was the 9th candle low. And your stop loss at that time should have been at 4,476.86. And now you could, since the Kichuin dropped, you can lower it a little, not much, but a little. So the Ichimoku account is now bearish and is giving you a short position. The third position that I'm talking about would have been triggered on that candle, since this candle did get below this one. And now you should be in the trade. It would be a little losing position, but that's normal. You have to give it some room. But Ichimoku is bearish right now. And it happened not on last on 2 candles ago. You should have entered a short position. So now I'm going to take a look at the Elliott wave count of Ichimoku. Here we have the Elliott wave count. And everything switched on Friday. So yesterday, everything switched. Because yesterday, we broke below that level, the 4,364.84 level. This is the wave 1 of 5. I've labeled it now like this. Before it was labeled differently. Before it had a bullish labeling, but now it has a bearish labeling. So once we broke that low, the bullish labeling was out of the question and a bearish labeling entered. And here's a new way I found of trading the indicator. So I've actually found that when I'm talking about the bullish count and my bullish count gets invalidated, I've found with experience that that's a good moment to enter a short position when your bullish count gets invalidated. Because as soon as the bullish count gets invalidated, I have to find a bearish count. And the bearish count often, not always, but often is quite bearish. So the outlook is very bearish. So I found that when the bullish count gets invalidated, which happens from time to time, because I'm not right all the time, it's not a crystal ball, it's not 100% certain. You think it's bullish and you find out that it's actually bearish, that the bullish count doesn't stay alive. But exactly at the level when the bullish count gets invalidated, it's a great moment to enter a short position. And that's what I did. Okay, that's a new technique. That's a new way of using the indicator. It's just me figuring out recently, last week. Okay. And the same thing, if you are a member of my private channel, you should think about how to use the information I provide you. Okay, and elaborate a strategy on when to go long and when to go short if you're a trader. If you're an investor, then you have to find a strategy for investing, which is a little different. But here, mostly I'm talking about trading. Since as I told you, it's US stock day trading. Okay, so I'm talking about trading most of the time. But it's the same thing on investing. You also have to use a strategy, and you also have to use indicators to help you for deciding if you want to go long or short. Anyways, so I've ended a short position, not on the S&P, but on Tesla, because Tesla also gave me, Tesla was the most bearish stock from the stocks I look at. So I entered a short position on Tesla. Anyways, now since we had a W here and an X wave here, we are now accomplishing the Y wave, and it will subdivide into the A, B, C. C will be somewhere down here, and the C wave will subdivide into 5 waves. So we have accomplished wave 1, 2, and we are in the process of accomplishing wave 3, normally, if the count is correct. And we should go to a new low below 4,222.62. So me knowing that and having just changed my labeling when 4,364.84 broke, I have entered a short position because I think now that there's a lot of room to the downside, especially on the S&P. So I've entered a short position. And that short position was entered on Tesla. So first, I'm going to take a look quickly on at Apple. So Apple is still in the cloud. There's still a green Kumo ahead. And those two things, at least, tell you that you cannot go short for now, since it is neutral axis, trendless. It says here trendless or transitioning. So it is trendless. So I could not enter on, according to Ichimoku, I could not enter on Tesla. Anyways, if I look at the wave count, it probably is an A wave here, a B wave here, and we're in the process of accomplishing a C wave. Okay, so it is not that bearish for now, and then price should go higher. If I would look at the 8 wave count on Apple, I don't do them on all the charts because I don't have time to label everything, but this would not be, this is not 100% bearish count for now on Apple. And on Amazon, it is the same. So on Amazon, we also have a green Kumo cloud ahead, and we are still above the cloud. So on Amazon, we also cannot take a short position for now. We have to wait until we get a short position. And here the same thing could be, that could be an A wave, a B wave, and we could be the process of accomplishing a C wave, which should bottom somewhere below current levels, but not too far below. So there's room to the downside, but not huge room. Anyways, with a green Kumo cloud ahead, I cannot take a short position on Amazon. But there's also Tesla, which we all love. Even if I don't care about what Tesla does, its products. Anyways, so on Tesla, the situation is a little different because on Tesla, we are below the cloud. And here it says a green Kumo cloud ahead. But as you can see, that's because here it is green, but here it was red. So on that candle, actually, it was red. And that candle would have given you a short, an indication to go short. It would have told you to go short at 837.60. That's the price level where you should go short. So right now, you should not actually be in a short position. I jumped it a little. I jumped it because if I look at the Elliott wave count on Tesla, we have, I have to think about it. I'm not sure. We have either a W here and an X up here. So or some other count, but anyways, we are starting a downtrend, and it should be 5 waves down, and that is probably a 1, a 2, and we're in the process probably of doing, I'm not sure about W and the X. Huh? I'm just doing it out of head, but I think it's something like this. And it doesn't matter too much. The S&P is enough for me. But anyways, we should go below 792.05. So that, so I jumped it. I entered the position even with still a green Kumo cloud ahead here. And here was also a little green Kumo cloud. But when the S&P turned bearish and Tesla looked as if we would soon afterwards have a red cloud, which also happened here, a red Kumo cloud, I thought I can jump a little the position, and I entered prematurely. So I entered on this candle. And I think that we should go below 792.05. And if I would take a look closely at the Elliott wave count, which I'm not doing, but if I would take a look, I think that it's the ending that I'm only expecting a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a C wave down on Tesla. So I'm expecting new lows, but not much low. So I might exit the position on 790. Once we break that low and are somewhere around here, I might exit that position if I think that the Elliott wave count on Tesla tells me to exit, because I'm not sure that there's that much room to the downside left. I just think that there's a little room to the downside before we go higher, which is a little confusing to me. And I'm telling you when I'm not 100% certain. I don't know everything. I know. I prefer telling you that I know nothing about the market than that I know everything, because there's a lot I don't know. Okay. So one of the things I don't know is how it can be that on the S&P, I have such a bearish outlook. I have such a bearish count with this only being a 1 and this a 2, and we still have to accomplish wave 3, 4, and 5, and looking for new lows. So I have quite a bearish count on the S&P, but when I go, when I take a look at Amazon, it's not that bearish, because I think that once the ABC correction is over, we go higher. The same thing with, Apple, that was Apple, the same thing with Amazon. And the most bearish of them all is Tesla, but even on Tesla, I don't think that there's that much room to the downside. So I don't know how it can be that we get quite a bearish outlook on the S&P, but the mega stocks are not confirming it, that Apple, Amazon, and Tesla is not as bearish. So I don't know how to live with that, but I have to find out. Anyways, that's it for today. I will try to do some updates on cryptos next week. And I hope that I will be able to do more than 1 or 2 interventions. If I manage it, and if I find time to it, for doing it, I would try to do 1 update a day on maybe a crypto or gold or stocks. But I didn't do cryptos for a long time, so I think it's time to talk about cryptos again. Even if I have more skin in the game in the crypto market than in stocks and golds. Now, that being said, please become a member of my free Telegram group. The link is in the description of this video, to have a second way of communicating with me. And once you made up your mind and you want to learn something about the market in order to be a better investor or trader, become a member of my private group and learn how to use the indicators. It takes time, and it's not just me. I'm telling you how I use them, if you ask, but it's not just me. You can find a better way of using the indicators that I provide to you. Okay, don't waste your time with labeling the charts. I already do it for you. Why would you waste your time with labeling the charts? Don't try to be clever and to outsmart. The labeling I showed you on the S&P is just 1 labeling. I can come up with 3 labeling possible on the S&P. The one that I showed you is just one labeling. Okay, why do I show you this one and not the other two? Because it's the most probabilistic one, and we go with the higher probability until the market tells us that is not the right count anymore, and then we switch to better count, one that respects all the rules and guidelines. Since if your favorite count gets invalidated, you go for an alternate count, which then becomes your favorite count. But don't try to be smart. I've seen somebody, you cannot believe it. I've seen somebody who, I don't know his name, but the guy knew about Bitcoin in 2010, and he was mining in 2010 more than 1 Bitcoin a day, and he had hundreds, thousands of Bitcoins. And what did he do? He tried to be smart. So he thought he's a philosopher, and at a university or school, I don't know exactly, but he's a philosopher, and he wanted to be smart, and he thought a lot deeply about Bitcoin, and he came to the wrong conclusion. He thought that Bitcoin would burn the oceans and a lot of nonsense, and that's why he told himself, from an ethical point of view, I cannot be part of Bitcoin, since it will be a disaster if it gets adopted. It will be the end of humanity. You won't find a drop of water on Earth anymore if Bitcoin gets adopted. And he threw it all away. He's still poor. He was poor then. He's still poor. He bought socks for 3 Bitcoins. He spent thousands of Bitcoins for flight tickets. Okay, and so on and so on. He gave it away. 10 Bitcoins to this guy, 10 Bitcoins to this guy. At the time, it was worth nothing, huh? But he gave it away. He threw it all the way away. He was not smart enough to understand that he had in his hand a treasure of which value is which you cannot calculate. It's that immense that you cannot put a price on it. He thought it was nothing, and it would not work. He wanted to be smart. Do not try to be smart in the market. Make it stupid and simple. You do not have to be smart. You do not have to be the most clever person on earth. You have to be able of managing your emotions and think clearly, sanely, correctly. You don't have to be smart. Okay? If you are smart, like that guy is, he thinks he's extremely smart. I cannot listen to him. He's always talking about climate change and all the stuff that I get mad when I hear it. Because why do I get mad? Because these people think that what they talk about is a certainty. They think they can predict precisely how much the oceans will rise and how much degrees more we'll have tomorrow and why we have a couple of degrees more tomorrow. They think they know it all, and they are wrong. Most of the time they are wrong. Okay, I'm not saying that climate change does not exist, but most of the time they are wrong. And I hate people who think that it's a certainty what they imagine, which is only a hypothesis. It's only a possibility. It's like the market. It could happen, it could not happen. Okay, so stop putting labels like it is certain and 100% we are all extinct in 50 years or 100 years. There's not one human being left on Earth. We cannot. There will be no agriculture and all the other stuff. Stop spreading nonsense. Understand that you are talking about probabilities, that something like a climate is extremely complicated, and I can guarantee you that you don't understand it 100%. Okay, I don't understand the markets 100%. You do not understand the climate 100%. So stop getting on my nerves with always with talking like if you know it all. You know nothing. Just as that philosopher, you know nothing. You had thousands, 10,000 of Bitcoins, and you throw it away because you were incapable of understanding what Bitcoin is, what it represents, and why it is valuable and will be even more valuable in the future. You just don't get it, and there's no excuse. You had time to think about it. You thought about it very deeply, but you always went to the wrong conclusion. Always. Okay, and that's the problem with people. They cannot live with probabilities. And they think that just because they learn something in school or they have a degree in philosophy, a doctor diploma in philosophy, now they know everything. And now they came on earth like Jesus to tell us the truth. You don't know the truth, okay? It is probabilities. Something might happen, something might not happen. I might, because I took the, no, I cannot say that. I wanted to say something. If I say that, I will get mad. But let's take something else. I might get hit by a car and die today. Or I might not. Or I might live for 50 more years. I do not know, but I cannot be here online telling you that I know the future with 100% certainty. That's a lie, okay? Nobody knows the future with 100% certainty. And I cannot stand those people who always come to the wrong conclusion, but always pretend that they are right. And they never admit that they are wrong. I have losing trades. And every time I have a losing trade, I was wrong. And I admit that I will be wrong a lot of times, okay? The only thing I hope is that I will lose less money than I make, okay? And that I'm right more than I'm wrong, okay? That's the only thing I can hope for. And I have my indicators who help me on the way, on the journey. They are the best indicators I can think of. I know nothing that comes close to it, but if you show me a better indicator, I would switch. I would switch and I would use your indicator, okay? But don't bullshit me. Don't bullshit me all the time and tell me that you know something when you know absolutely nothing. You are just like that philosopher who had 10,000 of Bitcoin and throw it all away. And all he has now in exchange of you is 100,000 of is 10,000 of Bitcoins are a couple of socks. It's not my mistake if you come to the wrong conclusion all the time. It is not my mistake, okay? Stop bullshitting yourself and the rest of humanity and stop telling us that you know everything when you know nothing. I think that's enough for the conclusion. So please become a member of my private Telegram group. And when you're ready for it, of my free Telegram group. And when you're ready for it, become a member of my private Telegram group. $20 a month to have the best indicators and great analysis is worth it. It won't be easy with it, but I can guarantee you that your chances are better of succeeding in the market with those indicators than without them. And that being said, enjoy your weekend and see you soon. Bye-bye.